I'm Dr. LaCroix. I'm a pediatrician and a new parent coach through the JI program. I am also a daughter of refugees and mama to a 2.5-year-old girl named Issa. I discovered parent coaching mostly through social media. What I found interesting were the connections with natural consequences, which I found so helpful in my own journey with my toddler and trying to help her understand how to find alternatives without needing to shame, needing to yell, or needing to find any kind of violent punishment to help her navigate through growth. For me, I wanted a different experience between my daughter and I because of the way I grew up. As a child of immigrants, as a daughter of refugees, my parents had such a limited amount of tools. So I grew up with a lot of shame training, with a lot of punitive treatment when there was a mistake that I made. And when I had my daughter, I just experienced this shift, not only in how I wanted our relationship to look like, but also in what I knew as a pediatrician of what helps children thrive. And so, in longing that for myself, I began curious about what are other ways where I can sink in the information that I knew and connect it between my mind and what I longed for as a mama. There are a multitude of new things that I discovered through the JI coaching program. For me, the training in nonviolent communication changed the way that I navigated through all of my relationships, myself, within my family unit, and even in my professional relationships as too. I think it's a book that everyone needs to read because it just helps you learn to have the skills to listen to someone and hear what they're not saying and look at the feelings and needs beneath a behavior. I also really enjoy the emotional intelligence training and attachment theory, all of these things which are evidence-based and just curated into a beautiful course program that can help you truly grow from the heart. I tell family and I tell people who are curious to learn about my parent coaching journey that it's about the soul work of parenting, is what it is. And it's been so fulfilling in a completely different way. As a pediatrician, parent coaching is a new field, but I do see value in it in the way it's able to be very proactive in a parent and child's relationship. You know, in pediatrics, sometimes the things that we see are kind of at the emergency and needing support point, but just seeing what can we do to prevent, what can we do to help nurture parents to grow to be the parents that they want to be if they grew up with different set of tools and a different set of patterns. And so I see parent coaching as a possibility to help families shift from surviving into thriving. And that possibility is rooted in what I experienced in my own journey and what I've been able to witness with my first parent coaching client. My advice for parents who are worried about the increase in mental health challenges that we've all as parents have noticed is that their concern is valid. It makes sense for what they're going through and that they are not alone in their concerns and that there is support to help them navigate in building and cultivating deep connections with their kid throughout their entire lives. I think that's what attracted me so deeply to parent coaching is having that one-on-one support with someone who's trained to hold space for you in a supportive way and also help you get to the places that you want to go with your parenting and cultivate that deep connection, regardless of age that our child is. I think that's incredibly important. Working with my first parent coaching client has been such a meaningful experience. She has reminded me of why I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. I've discovered a client who had a similar story as I did, especially being a child of immigrants, which has become my special niche and understanding of those challenges from a parenthood journey of survival to wondering what thriving could look like, and also really longing for a deep connection that is completely different from what many child of immigrants or daughters of refugees kind of go through. And so with that, we discovered what we can do to deepen our connection. And so the biggest thing that she grew with is that I came in wanting this connection, a deeper connection, a connection with my kids that I didn't have growing up. And just by the art of holding space, you've helped me do that. And for me, it's the complete opposite of medical training. And I loved it. It's not about fixing, treating, management, or just looking at the child. It's about taking a step back, looking at our story, how our story influences our present, and what tools that are useful can we do to guide where a parent wants to go. So truly, it's my client, she's doing all the work, and I get to be there to observe it and to be a supportive space as she makes her transformations. That's what I've loved, is seeing parents realize their own empowerment, that they are the gift. They truly are. And so it's been a big blessing in getting to discover parent coaching. My plans from here as I move forward, I'm about to graduate my parent coach program, and I want this to be something that is independent of my profession. So meaning that it doesn't matter what hospital that I work for, what state I'm in, I can help and connect with many parents across the country. For example, my first client has been in Texas, and it's been beautiful to have that connection, and be able to help beyond the clinic room. So that's my hope. The other thing that I have enjoyed doing is integrating the emotional intelligence, the compassionate communication skills into my professional realm. It's helped me navigate a lot of conflict and challenges with more compassion. And I think that's something that healthcare needs right now, for all of us. And so I'm excited. It's uncertain, but the kind of uncertainty that when you sink into your core, that it feels right, and I'm going to keep going.